Good morning, YouTube. October 2nd, 2022. It's a Sunday morning. I started my day off by making these long-term rice buckets, about 20-25 year shelf life. This is long grain rice. So this is like, if we ever need it, can't find it, doesn't go bad. It's just sitting there. Whenever we need it, we put it up. Whenever we need it, we just take it out of the food pantry. And I was about to get started on the beans, and I said, let me make a video. I should have made the video about the rice, because that's slightly more intricate, because you got to be a little more delicate with it. But let's do a video on the beans. All right, let's get started. Let's get right into it. So you're gonna need 5-gallon buckets. I hear that you don't need food grade if you're using Mylar bags. I'm really not sure. I'm not exact about it. So go a little bit deeper and do your own research as far as that goes. But I like to use food grade buckets, Mylar bags. Here are the Mylar bags. You can buy them in packs. I hear it's gonna get harder and harder to find them, so if you want them, I'll get them now. We'll get into the rest later. You're gonna need a vacuum. You're gonna need one of these hair straightening apparatuses. You're gonna need a scale if you want to know how much your bucket weighs, so you label it accurately. You're gonna need air absorbers, obviously. You keep them in a jar so they don't absorb all the air, and this way they're still being able to be used even after the fact of you doing one session or more of these. You can just put these away into one of these jars, and they last a little bit longer. Duct tape, so you can put on the side of your bucket, date and whatever the contents are, and a marker. Okay, let's jump into it. You're also gonna need a pair of scissors to get your beans open. You can get your rice, your beans, pretty much wherever you want. When you're doing stuff like this, the bigger the better. Not always the better quality, but the bigger, the cheaper the price is going to be of the contents that you're buying. So you want to get in larger bulker bags, So with the rice, you have to pretty much put a little bit, push it into all the corners, crevices. So this is my first time doing beans. I'm guessing it's the same way, but let's figure it out together. Okay, so I went about a little less than halfway, trying to feel it out, see how this works. So, by the way, props to Chasing Tails 411. He's the YouTube channel I learned all of this from. Chasing Tails 411. Follow that guy. Very, very informative. This is where I learned absolutely everything I'm showing you right now. So, with the rice format, you pull on the bag here. And what he taught me is you do this with your knuckles, and you pretty much try to get the contents. As you pull on the bag, with the other hand, you push down, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to stuff every aspect of this Mylar bag. So from the inside, it is hugging the outside of the Mylar bag is hugging the inside of the bucket. So this way you get as much food in this bucket as possible. And then also to be able to absorb all the air in the end, much, much easier. So for this video, so it could be short, I'm only doing one bucket. But I suggest if you were doing this, you would kind of do something like this and just get all your stuff ready, all your preps, and do it all in one day. So you see, make sure you have enough buckets, make sure you have enough seals, all that stuff. Okay. So pretty much you can have your own technique to it. The whole idea is just to get as much into the bag as you can with as little air as possible left over when you're done. now I'm about 3/4. I'm gonna do the same technique over. What this is doing is just pushing your food, is compressing it down, is letting gravity do the work. So what I'm realizing is the beans are compressing in there much easier than the rice was. They're also much bigger, and it seems like they're a little easier to work with from this experience right here. Okay. So from what I learned, you should leave about 1/2 inch to 1 inch from the top, so that once you seal it and everything, obviously your food doesn't overflow. The gamma seal you're gonna put on top, or whatever seal you're gonna put on, whatever cut lid you're gonna put, and this way you can store it properly. So same thing, you kind of eyeball it. I'm seeing about an inch and a half. We can add a little bit, but I don't think it matters. At this point, your bucket's almost full, so that's what really matters. So we're just gonna try to compress it as much as we can. Okay. So what I like to do, so now, let me just show you guys. So you see, pretty much at the top here. Let's put you guys back here. It's not high production, but that's okay. We're getting it done. It's not about the quality of the video, it's about the value it's giving it. So that's what's important, guys. Okay. So what I've done so far is I like to fold it here. And obviously, you should have your guy on, which I already did. It should have been off, but I had it on because I'm a genius. Okay. So you give yourself about a 2.5 inch lip here, so it's easy to come through with this guy here. I like to have it on high temperature so it's ready to go. So here you go. All right, so straight shot deal, boom, boom, boom. What you want to do is you want to leave yourself about 2 inches here, because this is where you're going to put your air absorber. If you can see that, guys, this is where you're going to put your air absorber, and this is where you're going to suck the air out with your vacuum through. Okay, so just go over it, you know, just until you're comfortable. I like to do a little overkill sometimes, so that's just me. All right, we want to get this video done. So these are 2000 something. They're called 2000 air absorber bags. So for this video, I'm only going to use one, because that's what I've been using for the rice, and it's been working for me. If this doesn't work, I will take this video down and I will make another one using two 2000s, which is going to be overkill. So I'm hoping the one 2000 will work, because we just don't want to waste unnecessary assets, resources on things. We want to, you know, trial and error. So we want to see what works. So we're going to put one 2000 bag of air absorber inside here in this 5-gallon bucket full of pinto beans. So now, this is the part that needs to be done quick. Stick your vacuum, suck all the air out, and you go over across really fast. And that's it. You're sealed up, guys. Okay. That's pretty much what you got. You leave this overnight, it's gonna get absolutely it's gonna like suck it to a T. It's gonna be absolutely compressed on you. You're gonna see the definition of the beans through the bag. It's gonna be beautiful. What you do is you label it like this. I don't want to waste any more time. So what I do is I like to label over the top how many pounds I'm packing, long grain rice, whatever the contents are, the date, October 2nd, 2022. I like to put it on the front as well, so I don't have to open all the buckets to see what's in my bucket. And then what I did is, it comes with regular, they come with regular seals, but what I did is I bought gamma seals, because at some point my children or my wife or my in-laws or my parents, someone that's not as strong as me, we're gonna have to get into these buckets. So what I did is I bought gamma seals. They're a little bit more expensive, but it's all about you know, comfort, and it's all about accessibility at the end of the day. And you want your family to be able to get to the stuff. You don't want to just sit in there and your wife sitting there with a hammer and a chisel trying to open it up. So boom, boom. So this is the rice I'm packing. This is what I already did earlier, but this is what I'm be doing to the beans as soon as they compress. So see, gamma seals, boom, open, you have access to your stuff, closes airtight. Come on, buddy, there you go. Okay, cool. And then you kind of just get it as tight as you can, but these guys are much easier to open for children, elderly people, anyone who's not as strong as one of us guys that do this all the time. Anyway, guys, I hope this video helped. I'm not any professional by any means. So like I was saying, guys, I'm not a professional by any means, but this is just what I've learned works for me and my family. So far, so good. And I'm just trying to share the wealth, share the knowledge, and that's it. I've learned this from other YouTubers. And thank you once again, Chasing Tails 411. Thank you, dear sir. You put me onto all this knowledge, and that's it for today, guys. The more I learn, the more I'll share with you. Take care. Bye.